Hello everyone and welcome back to the island of the Lizard King. When we last left off, we just exited the gorge and finally arrived at some hospitable terrain with a grassy plain and hill and and the pond and to the left of us. And it seems that after all those battles, battling all those creatures and natives and everything, we have finally arrived at some place that is a bit more friendly. We are pretty badly bruised, so we want to go drink at the pond. There are many birds drinking there, so it's definitely not poisoned. So let's see if we can catch up some stamina over there for our troubles. The water in the pool looks cool and refreshing, although we are a little perturbed at the layer of green algae which floats on the surface. As we bend down to drink, a jet of liquid shoots out of the pond towards us from a wide green mouth which suddenly appears in the water. Alright? And this is stated to be a jet of green liquid, so presumably this is not water but something nastier. Anyway, we need to roll against skill, and our skill level is at 10, which means that we have a decent chance of succeeding. And we did. This, whatever it is, has nothing. This pond creature has nothing on us. We duck below the jet of liquid and jump back to draw our sword. That's right, we are agile like that. That's how we pass the skill test. We stand ready to dodge the next jet of sticky acid being spat at us by the huge spit toad in the pool. Suddenly it leaps out of the water in an attempt to kill us with its spiked teeth. I've never seen a toad with teeth in my life, but so there is a first for everything, I guess. Alright, let's see what this toad does. And with a skill of 5, it stands relatively low chance against us, and it needs 3 hits to go down. The first hit is guaranteed. And wow, just as I say this, we roll a double 1. Rolling a double 1 is a 1 in 31 and 1 in 32 chance, so it's extremely limited. And it would have hurt us were it not for our Sog's helmet that we are wearing, the majestic helmet, which makes us look fabulous, even more fabulous than we normally are. So anyway, the first round is an automatic win, and we only need to strike the spit toad twice more to kill it. And I'd say that it goes down without any issues, but it was quite close for comfort, to be honest. But now we have defeated this spitting pond menace. Alright. We sheathe our sword and walk over to the edge of the pool. We still want to drink the water, obviously. It's definitely not poisoned, as I've stated, and I don't expect more dangers to arise out of it, so let's drink. The water is refreshing to drink. We gain 1 measly stamina point. Alright, I expected at least 2 points of healing, but, well, it was quite free. We only needed to defeat that spit toad for it, sorry. While drinking, we notice a wooden casket lying on the bottom of the pool. Alright, let's wade into the pool to reach the casket. This must have been the personal inventory of this spit toad. Let's see what it has. Knowing that spit toads never share their watery domain with others, we wade confidently into the pool and pick up the casket. Well, I wish the text had said this earlier, then the choice would have been even more obvious or easier. Back on dry land, we prise the lid off with our sword and tip the contents onto the grass. They are a glass vial containing a colored liquid, a velvet pouch, a pair of red leather boots, and a gold ring. Alright, so it seems that somebody has amassed quite some treasure here. And before anything else, we are going to open the pouch. Let's see what it hides. We open the pouch and look inside, but cannot see anything. It is totally black inside. We decide to drop a stone into the bag to see what happens. The stone disappears from view and the pouch does not become any heavier. We have found a pouch of unlimited contents. We gain 1 luck point, which is awesome because we are now back to maximum luck, so the next luck roll is going to be also automatically successful. The pouch will enable us to carry large and heavy objects simply by placing them inside, alright? These objects are actually transported to another dimension and will weigh nothing inside the pouch but can be retrieved at any time. I wonder how we know about dimensions in this world. But anyway, this sounds great, so it's something that was definitely worth picking up. Where is it? I don't see it listed here, but oh, sorry, it's here. I'm kind of blind here. Pouch of unlimited contents. Awesome. Alright. Now, we can still pick up the remaining objects. Drink the liquid in the vial, put on the ring, or try on the boots. Let's try on the boots. I'm not afraid that this is a very harmful item, so let's see what it does. The boots fit our feet perfectly, alright? We run around in a circle, but nothing good or untoward happens, so we decide to leave them on. Alright, so it basically did nothing. We got a fresh pair of boots. Well, alright, so I don't think it's very useful, but whatever. And we actually have it listed here, red leather boots. Let's see if they will come in handy in the future. I'm not going to touch any of the other items. I'm pretty sure, 100% sure that the ring is magical, but I'm not sure that it is beneficial, so we are going to avoid it. So is the liquid. Even if it was in the even if it was once a good item, like a healing liquid, I'm pretty sure that over the years it has gone sour in the bottom of this lake. So we are going to skip these items, and we are going to head northwest across the grassy plain. Alright. To our left, we see movement. A small creature is running across the plain. As it approaches, we see that it is a small pig, okay? The thought of roast suckling pig makes our mouth water. However, we do not have a spear. We never had the option to pick up one, so we have to choose this option. We run after the pig, waving our sword in the air. That must be a sight with the Sox helmet on. But it is too agile. It scurries off across the plain and is soon out of view. We slow down to a walking pace and continue northwest, still thinking about the succulent roast dinner that we might have had, but didn't. Alright, well, I guess if we had a spear we could have hunted it and something would have happened, but this was an encounter we had to skip, unfortunately. In the distance we see rising ground and, beyond in the northwest, the ever-daunting shape of the sleeping volcano. It is not long before we reach the bushy bank of a river running slowly southeast. On the far side, the ground is quite steep and tree-covered. Alright? We have read the message in the snuff box, actually, so that's the option we must take. If you recall, it mentioned a raft hidden somewhere around the river, so hopefully we're going to find it. We start to search amongst the bushes for the hidden raft, right? And before long we find it. Awesome. It was worth reading that note, that's for sure. We drag it into the river and climb aboard. The river is not deep and we are able to push the raft upriver against the light current quite easily with the long pole we have. And we have a long pole, that's for sure. I wonder where we picked that up. We have not gone far beyond before we realize that we are not safe even aboard our raft. We see a pair of eyes protruding from the water ahead of us, and suddenly a huge jaw, lined with sharp teeth, gapes open. With great force the crocodile slams into our raft, almost knocking us off it. The crocodile thrashes around in the water, its jaws opening and snapping shut in its desperation to bite us. Alright? Now we have an option again. It's not really an option, it's a check whether we have an item, and we do not have an iron bar. We never had the opportunity to pick up one, so it probably was on a parallel path that we did not take. Standing precariously on the rocking raft, we draw our sword to attack and assault the vicious crocodile. Alright? It seems that we're in for another battle. We have 15 stamina points, all other stats are maxed out, so it should go without any issues. Let's see if it works out well. Alright, this crocodile has a skill of 6, so it's not really strong, and we need to hit it 4 times, and of course the first one is going to be an automatic victory. So we only need to actually hit it 3 times before it dies. Alright, so far so good. And it parried our attack basically, and we killed it. That was not very surprising. We outskilled it by 4 points, and we only needed to hit it 3 times really. Do we have a pouch of unlimited contents? We sure do. We pick up our pole and push our raft away from the floating carcass of the crocodile. We thank the gods for our pouch of unlimited contents. Its magic has prevented us from losing our equipment during the battle with the crocodile. Oh, that's great. I actually was wondering if we were storing the crocodile's corpse in it or something, but no, that's great, and we just picked it up and already made good use of this item, so that's pretty neat, I'd say. Alright. On the right bank of the river, we see a man dressed in tattered clothing. He is waving his arms around frantically and calling out to us. He looks as if he could be an escaped prisoner. Alright, we actually found the first, well rather the second live escaped prisoner, if you recall the old guy living in that tree platform. On the tree platform. So he's the second one. The first one was, well, I'm not saying it was a very advantageous encounter, but it was okay. Let's steer our raft over to this man who's waving. He's definitely in some kind of distress. We could ignore him, but we're not going to do that. As soon as we are close enough, the man leaps onto our raft, okay? His eyes look wild and he's sweating profusely. He is delirious with fever, and it is impossible to communicate with him. Suddenly, he pulls a dagger from his clothing and tries to stab us. Wow, okay. Probably the guy must have eaten something that he shouldn't have, or bonked his head. We do not have time to draw our sword, or even worse, and we are forced to fight him with our bare hands. During this fight, our skill is reduced by 3 because we are fighting empty-handed. Okay, I mean, understood rather. So we have a skill of 7 against a skill of 6, so we are barely stronger than this delirious prisoner. But the first round is going to be ours, which means that we only need 2 further hits, to land 2 further hits before we kill this poor soul. Not that we want to, but no, we don't have any other options. Oh, okay, this combat has lasted long enough, this battle has lasted long enough. We only hit it once really. Hit him rather. As soon as we win our second attack round, we need to turn the page, alright? We punch the man full in the face and knock him into the river. He screams, but does not try to climb back onto the raft. We feel guilty about leaving him behind, but we must press ahead with our mission. That's true. And at the very least, we actually did not kill him. I'm very happy for that. We did not murder him for no good reason. So hopefully this guy, you know, with some good night's sleep, and once his wounds heal, he'll be back on his feet and back to the world of the sane. Alright, the river meanders gently through the low hills. As we sweep round the next bend, we see a group of mud huts close to the left bank, and we have been told that the mud huts are where the prisoners are kept. Yep, slave mines are near river and mud huts. We are literally on the river next to the mud huts, so that's good. We steer the raft into the bank to avoid being seen by any of the hut's inhabitants. Jumping off, we creep forward through the trees to get a better view of the huts. Standing behind one of them, we see 2 tall reptilian creatures wearing armor and carrying whips and curved swords. Lizard Man. Alright. They sure are, and these are some fancy mud huts with wooden windows and all, and straw roofs. So I would have thought that the prisoners were kept in a less lofty accommodations. Well, once again, it's not really an option. We have read the message in the snuff box, so we must choose this path. Mud huts and lizardmen guards. We realize that the gold mines must be nearby. Alright, we have already discussed this, it's true. So, Captain Obvious to the rescue. Anyway, we could walk past the huts to find the mines, good idea, or we could rather deal with the lizardmen first, and I like this option better because I definitely don't want danger in our back, you know. So they might come after us if they're alive, or close the mine when we go investigating or whatever. So let's dispose of these two creatures. If there aren't any more of them, then we should be fine. We slip quietly out of the cover of the trees to the corner of the hut. We peep round to see the lizard man still talking. Drawing our sword, we charge round the corner to gain the initiative. Alright, that's actually a good idea. And we need to roll against luck, but our luck is at 12, so that means that we will automatically succeed. And of course we do. Both the lizard men are standing with their backs to us as we run at them. We are able to slay one before they realize that they are being attacked, but we must fight the other. Alright, so it's a one-on-one. We are relatively weak, but I still don't think it's going to pose a serious threat, so let's see how strong it really is. Its days have come to an end. Alright, with a skill of 7, we outskill it by 3, so we are definitely the favored ones in this battle. And after automatically winning round 1, we would have won it anyway. We only need to hit it 3 more times. We might theoretically get wounded, and we do. Wow, it rolled a double 6, so it definitely deserved a hit. But as long as we don't receive any more hits, I think we are fine. We quickly search the bodies of the lizard man. In one of their pockets we find 3 iron keys, which we put in our own pocket. Not wasting any more time, we run off to find the slave mines. Alright, that sounds like a good idea. Let's run off and find the slave mines. Behind the huts, a path leads through the trees to the rocky face of a steep hill. In the center of the rock face, we see the square shape of a mine entrance leading into the hill. There are many footprints leading in and out of the mine. Alright, we have found where the prisoners or the slaves, presumably the majority of the slaves are being kept. So it's time for us to rescue them, but I think it's a great time. We are not in any immediate danger, so I think it's a great time to take a break, catch our breath after all these battles and river rafting and all. And we are going to explore the most probably labyrinthine maze of the mine in the next episode. I thank you all for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Bye bye.